Well, 9 Against Breast Cancer is on your side to raise awareness about the disease, and no doubt overwhelming for women recently diagnosed. Dr. Elizabeth Shaughnessy, a surgical oncologist specializing in breast cancer, is joining us today from UC Health with ways to sort through all the information. We were just talking about how daunting this is for patients who are first diagnosed.
Yes, it is overwhelming, and most people come in to see you and really aren't in an emotional state where they can actually process. So what I'm focusing on is trying to get the very basics across, but also making sure too when they come to see us, they're bringing in a second person, another set of ears, because that person can help them to better remember and to help them make decisions in the future.
Yeah, because I bet when you're dealing with emotions, it must be really hard to think about the physical. What's the next step you've got to make for yourself?
Yes, yeah. And no one comes in with a huge basis of knowledge, and it's my job in part to teach them and to lead them on to make a better decision.
A big question, obviously, for a lot of women and men diagnosed with breast cancer is mastectomy versus lumpectomy. That can be such a tough choice. What advice do you have for patients?
Not everybody is a candidate for both lumpectomy and mastectomy. If someone's already had a breast cancer and has had a lumpectomy, they may have had a sufficient amount of radiation already to their breast, then they're no longer a candidate. It also has to do with, is there more than one cancer? And also, how much of the breast is taken up with disease relative to the size of the breast. Someone with a very large breast could absorb a very large resection and with minimal deformity, whereas somebody with a small breast wouldn't be able to tolerate that.
What do you think the biggest misconception is?
The biggest misconception, I think, in the context of most people is they feel that all the options are open to every person coming in, and we have to work with whatever disease presents itself. Not everybody's going to be eligible.
Because do you find the internet, it can be helpful, but also your worst enemy?
Yes,
when looking
very
at
much so.
information?
And I think too that what a caveat and a warning to those persons who get on the internet is that those people who are on the chat rooms tend to be the people with the worst case scenarios, and that the majority of people who've done just fine aren't on the internet because they're out and about taking care of their lives.
Well, you have a reception coming up. Tell us about that.
Well, the Barrett Cancer Center is going to have an open house on Thursday evening in which you can get to know the various members of the breast team, which is continuing to enlarge and grow. We've been working with each other for years, and we continue to add to our numbers. We work well together, but I think it's time that the community gets to know who we are, because I think that we have a lot to offer.
Absolutely. Dr. Shaughnessy, thank you so much for stopping by and sharing with us.